Well, we're going to take the plane out for a brief look over the lake today. See what we've got for ice conditions. A little breezy out here, but not too bad. All right, all look good. Let's head on in. As I depart out of Laconia Airport and climb, have a good look out over Lake Winnipesaukee in the distance. And off my left-hand side is Paugus Bay. As you can see here, it looks like it's all ice. All the engine gauges look like they're in the green. An interesting look to the ice formation down below. Here I am on the west side of the lake looking toward the east. See a lot of ice out there. Here I am on the northwest corner of Lake Winnipesaukee looking out toward Squam Lake, Red Hill out in the distance, further out in the distance, Sandwich Mountains, and way out in the distance is the White Mountains. As I kind of pan over here, you can see the Ospey Mountain Range off to the right. Panning back from the south to the east, nice shot of Lake Winnipesaukee. Here I am looking down at Black Cat Island, and then over to Center Harbor, and Squam Lake out there in the distance. Now I'm looking at the backside of Moltenboro Neck, and the Ospey Mountains in the distance. And as we look toward the north, we can see the Sandwich Mountains, and behind that the White Mountains. And there is Mount Washington standing out there nice and proud. It's a little chilly out there, so I put the heat on to stay warm. And there's just a nice panoramic view of the lake. I think it was at 4,000 feet here, just panning from south to east again. Now I'm working my way east and looking over at Gunstock Ski Area out there in the distance. Looks like they have well-covered trails. Now from pretty much over the Broads, looking back toward the north, you can see a lot of thick ice toward the north side, maybe a little thinner ice over the Broads. Here I am at 4,000 feet. Now taking a look toward the east. And again, you see that interesting kind of ice formation. There's Rattlesnake. So I didn't have any GoPros or an Insta360 mounted on my aircraft today, so instead I just put the iPhone on its stand and had a look off the cowling, and you see a little bit of vibration there from the engine, but just a kind of a neat view of the sun as I kind of pan to the south. Here's a look down at Rattlesnake as I cross over it. Looking back to the west and north, you can see the ice is quite clear on this side of the lake. Now I'm headed down to Alton Bay to take a look at the conditions of the ice runway that is not open yet. As I work my way to the east down Alton Bay, you can see it goes from a kind of clear ice to a more whiter ice the further I get down into the bay. As I near the edge of the runway area, you can see the ice looks all white. Looks probably thicker in that area. Last I heard it was around 10 to 11 inches thick. Still not ready for flying into yet, but it looks like it's getting there. here I am heading back toward the west, back to Laconia Airport, and you can see Wolfboro in the distance, and you can kind of see that line where probably the wind kind of bunched up a lot of ice at some point, looking out again to the west, and Rattlesnake clearly visible there, and Laconia Airport out in the far distance. And here's a nice pan over the Belknap Mountains, looking out toward the north over Lake Winnipesaukee. And there's another look at Rattlesnake Island as I cross over it on my way back to Laconia Airport. This was just a cool shot of a plane below me on a RNAV 26, or an instrument approach, into Laconia Airport runway 26. I figured I'd just kind of watch him fly in. Kind of a cool shot here. Again, just a very neat ice pattern, and it's interesting to see how the aircraft is actually crabbing into the wind as it's making its approach to runway 26. The wind was about 280, and the runway is 26, so you can see the aircraft tracking one direction, but it's heading to the right. All right, so that's what it looked like out over Lake Winnipesaukee today. It looks like there's a lot of ice out there. A little breezy, but not too bad. I just want to let you know that on the 17th, next Saturday, myself and retired U.S. Air Force Colonel Bill Moran will be here at the Laconia Airport conducting a mountain flight training workshop for 3 hours. So if you're interested, make sure you check it out. I'll leave a link below.